I found my sister's lipstick on my fiancé's collar the same day I lost my dream job. 20 minutes later, I saw them together in his car, her head thrown back in laughter, his hand on her thigh. Some betrayals cut so deep, they leave you breathless. The annual Hammond Family Foundation gala was in full swing when I walked in 3 hours late and running on nothing but rage and half a bottle of bourbon. 500 of Boston's elite mingled beneath crystal chandeliers, completely unaware that I was about to burn my entire life to the ground. "Eliza, where have you been?" My father's voice was sharp as he intercepted me. Richard Hammond never raised his voice. He didn't need to. His disappointment was weapon enough. "Ask Victoria," I said, scanning the room for my sister. "Or better yet, ask David." My sister Victoria stood across the ballroom in a red dress that probably cost more than most people's monthly rent, her hand resting possessively on my fiancé's arm. "They hadn't seen me yet. You are drunk," my father observed, his expression hardening. "Whatever drama you are dealing with, handle it after the gala. The Blackwells are here, and they're considering a 7-figure donation." I laughed, the sound harsh even to my own ears. "You know what, Dad? For once in my life, I don't care about the Blackwells or their money." I moved past him, weaving through Boston's elite toward my sister and the man who, until 8 hours ago, I'd planned to marry in 6 weeks. The string quartet played something classical and pretentious as I crossed the ballroom, champagne flute in hand. Eliza, David's face lit up when he saw me, all practiced charm and perfect teeth. Then his eyes registered my expression and the smile faltered. "We were worried about you." "I bet you were." I took a slow sip of champagne. "Tell me, David, does my sister taste like me? Or is that part of the appeal, something different but familiar?" Victoria's eyes widened. "Eliza, you are making a scene?" "Am I funny? I thought I was just getting started." I turned to face the gathering crowd of onlookers. "Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to make an announcement. The wedding is off, and if anyone's looking for a ruthless corporate attorney, I am available. Berternley, Stewart, and Palmer doesn't appreciate employees who question the ethics of certain high-profile clients." "Eliza, that's enough." My father's grip on my arm was iron-tight as he appeared beside me. I wrenched away from him. "You know what? You are right. It is enough. I've had enough of all of this, the lies, the pretending, the family that's only concerned with appearances." I locked eyes with my sister. "Victoria has always taken everything that's mine, and apparently that includes my fiancé, and apparently that includes my fiancé." The horrified silence that followed was almost satisfying. The shatter echoed through the ballroom as I walked out, each click of my heels punctuating my exit from the world I'd been born into, but never quite belonged in. Outside, the June night air was thick with humidity. I yanked off my heels, feeling the cool sidewalk against my bare feet as I walked away from the Hammond legacy with no destination in mind except away. My phone vibrated persistently in my clutch. I pulled it out to see 14 missed calls, 6 from David, 4 from Victoria, 3 from my father, and 1 from my grandmother Eleanor, the only person in my family worth a damn. She'd left a voicemail, "Eliza, darling. I heard what happened at the firm. These things have a way of working out for the best, even when it doesn't feel like it. If you need somewhere to go, use the lake house. The key is still under the ceramic frog. No one's been there since I moved to the assisted living facility. It might do you good to get away for a while. I love you, dear." I looked down at my phone. The lake house, my grandmother's retreat in a small town 3 hours west of Boston, a place where no one knew the Hammonds, where I could disappear until I figured out what came next. I flagged down a cab, giving the driver my address. I had packing to do.